know if he knew you did. And also the school thing. Are you using school again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Todd's going to be helping me kind of really tend that garden this year.
Okay.
So I'm really trying to build that out. I think I'm going to do a $9 a month digital membership to the gym. It gets you access to all the classes and everything.
WhatsApp. Does he have WhatsApp?
I'm in the WhatsApp now.
Oh, you are? It did? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's fixed. He sent me a thing and now.
Okay, cool. Well, that was my question. He's also got school.
Yeah, I have school too.
You did? Okay, cool. All right, never mind.
Yeah, he sent me a thing and it was like join this, and I clicked on it and it worked.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get started.
What can I do? What can I say? Greetings.
All right, let's start off with little toe tags. All right, so look. All right, guys, the focus. So the goal is touch his toes as many times as possible, right? But to make that happen, to kind of give you those opportunities, the first thing I want you to focus on is connecting your grips anywhere between the elbows. Okay? So you can go biceps, you can go shoulders, you can go head, you can go any combination thereof, somewhere in here. Okay, that's your first pass. Grips. Anywhere between the elbows. Okay? Next is head position. My head position, I want you to try to get your head anywhere between his shoulders on his chest. Okay? I don't care where it is. Any combination of these grips is totally fine. I don't care. But I want your head on the chest between the shoulders. I want your grips anywhere between the elbows. Now that I have this position, it becomes quite easy for me to start steering him around the mat. Think of this as like a steering wheel. Okay, I can push him, I can pull him, I can make him step where I want him to step. Okay, now that I know where I want him to step, I can make him take a step. I can be ready there to touch the toe. Okay, I want you to touch toes as many times as you possibly can. Both players the whole time are trying to find the same grips. Okay, so this is part of jiu-jitsu, this part of stand-up is pummeling for inside position. This is fundamental jiu-jitsu. Okay, once you have the inside position, that's where offense is going to chain off of. If you don't have anything, then you're just relying on athleticism and timing, which is fine. It works great for Tucker. It's going to work for me. Okay? All right.
That's really good. Oh no.
All right, let's go, guys. We're going to, hey, it's just continuous. We're going to go 4 minutes, continuous. Move at your pace. You know how warm you are. Late win for sure. But move at your pace. All right?
All right. So you're trying to swing.
Stay focused on your task, okay? Just grip between the elbows, head between the shoulders. Alright? Hey Wyatt, let's move Frank over here, buddy. I should win by here. Let me move right over here.
you know where you're going, pushing someone, then you know where you can anticipate.
And then if I got this, okay, which one would I do? This the one I have your own one?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I can use that as a pivot. Make it sit I can push him. It's out here, I can really pull my hand. Yeah, it's all around. There you go.
So they're always looking to try to get on the side.
Minute and a half to work, guys. Pace yourself. Everything's easy. They might stand up for a little better once you get hurt, okay? Absolutely. Stay on this one.
Go ahead. Put the elbow down from here.
One minute's work, guys.
And you can do a couple things you can do.
Remember your focus. Remember the focus. Things get much easier once you get those grips. Focus that steering wheel.
I did, you come up there.
Other than that, I can't. I'm bad single legs, but that's like part of.
Yo, what's up?
What up? What up?
Hey, guys.
How we doing? What's up?
What's up?
You remember me? What's going on, dude?
15 seconds more, guys.
Yep, we did go fishing. This is the
Like a fat kid at all, you can eat smorgasbord.
Pretty much. I'm joking. Jokes.
You know what I'm talking about.
No,
Still got the Top Gun stash.
I'm leaving it, bro. So I'm gonna stay in.
I like it.
I do too, actually. I'm enjoying wearing it.
Okay? Now, you can still win, or you still are trying to collect touches on the toes, okay? But you can now win if you can either lock your hands in a circle around the leg, okay? I don't care what it looks like or where you are, but if you're just able to hug a leg, that's a win, okay? Yeah, forget the toe touches actually. Let's just do a circle on the leg. Or, if I can make his hands touch the mat by a snap down. If both hands touch the mat, he loses. If I wrap my hands around the leg, he loses. Make sense? Everything else is the same. We're just replacing the toe touch, okay? So all this is the same. I want you focused on inside, okay? Right now, I still don't have all the, I have somewhat of a steering wheel, but my head's not in great position, okay? So it's gonna be harder for me. You can still go for things and feel free. I'm just letting you know that things become easier once I get in here. Now it becomes much easier for me to get what I want. When I'm here, my head, I don't have to get head position or matching head position. This is much harder. He's still got a nice wall here, okay? Or when he's got it on me, it's way harder for me to get under there, okay? I might still have access to snap downs, maybe, but I'm definitely gonna have a hard time getting under him into a leg or to a toe or anything like that if I don't have a good head position. So keep that in mind. We're gonna play 4 more minutes. Oh, that's weird. It's that wall. Remember, jiu-jitsu is about efficiency, okay? And unless you're Tucker, then you have an endless gas tank, okay? I don't have an endless gas tank,
Nope.
but the art is about efficiency. So let's find the ways that are the easy paths.
What do you mean by
It's
gas?
hard enough grappling
Yep.
somebody.
both gas tanks are full. Always got one in the chamber.
Other leg or snapping force with your those collar ties. Yeah, if his hands touch the mat, he's going to leave.
I've never felt that before.
Hey, Wyatt, stay in your safe zone, bro. Stay in your safe zone for me. Getting afraid.
That's the next race.
2.5 minutes of work, guys. Focus on that inside space. Dominate that inside space. Good, Nevada.
Counter.
Dominate the inside space. If you don't have the inside space, consider not going for something.
So just follow your
2 minutes of work, guys.
You're doing all the work. You ain't not winning.
Hey, keep Frank on the safe zone. Wyatt, watch yourself, bro. Good, Wyatt. I mean, good, Nevada.
What up, dude? Yeah, me too. I've been doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing alright.
Nice.
I'm not a pain minutes.
Oh,
I'm not as good as I want to be.
well,
What do you need?
sucks.
What do you need?
I just need some more oxy, but I just forgot to ask the doctor today. I got busy.
Like Percocet?
I have to kill him, but I don't know what is in line with that. I just gotta ask my doctor today. Okay.
Is it easing up?
A little bit, but it's slow.
Still.
Yeah, it's gonna, I can tell I'm not.
Tucker's back. I figured out what was going on with him. There's nothing to do with his vertebra thing. It was he had not done tire flips
30 seconds, guys.
at Raiders since like last fall, and he did tire flips last Monday, and so that's why his lower back was hurting. So.
10 seconds, guys. On your way.
Weird.
Time, guys. Relax. All right. Hey, have a seat. Keep your breath. Get some water if you need it, guys.
Sorry, you're making me better.
All right. Just to give you a little detail on that, we're not gonna do any more stand-up tonight, but I want to give you a little. Some of y'all already know this, right? But the dilemma between attacking the upper body and the lower body, we see this with submissions, armbar, and leg locks, but we also see this here on the feet. Okay, so like when I snap down, he yanks his head up, right? That gives me the opportunity. A lot of times they posture up real tall in that moment. This is happening quick. There's timing involved here, right? As I snap him down, it gives me a strong reaction. The head is up, and it's either in line with the hips, or even better for me if he was really overcommitted, and now it's slightly behind his hips. But this whole inside space just opened up right there. Go ahead. The legs are wide open. That is where the level change can occur. Conversely, okay, I can have this space, and I can go in for my single, and he sprawls back, okay? His head dip forward, snap, okay? I play this one off, like this is one of my favorite setups. It's pretty safe for me, but everything comes from that inside space. If I don't have the inside space, I don't go for this. I'm not a wrestler. I'm very conservative on the feet, okay? So I try to get this first, okay? You do you, okay? I know, like Tucker's a much better wrestler than I am, okay? Like, if you have capabilities, you do you. I'm telling you from a conservative like mindset, especially if you're a little bit older, you might want to play a little more conservative game, more defensive wrestling. So everything's going to be about dominating the inside space. From here, I'm able to set up way more opportunities. Like I can pull him around the mat, and then as I go to reach for that single, he sprawls back. His head's his head's so far in front of his hips, it's so easy to just snap him down. Okay, so you can feint the single just to get that reaction. Or you can feint the headlock, or commit to the headlock. Right, but he gives you that big strong reaction. And now I'm in there. Okay, but everything comes from me. Everything comes from this. This is everything to me. This is where I want to be when I'm wrestling. Either here, or y'all also know I like to play outside if I can. Any questions on that? I know most of y'all know this, but guys, this is Jamie, his first class. Introduce yourself if you haven't. Before class is over, shake his hand, introduce yourself. Let's move on to tonight's theme. Just turn over. All right, so we're going to talk about the front headlock this week. The theme of the month is offensive chaining. So again, I'm not trying to give you all the little details of how to finish a particular submission this month. I'm just trying to give you we're trying to look at that space of attack. When one submission is not there anymore, like those moments where we've lost something, but something new is available. Being able to recognize those things in a moment and fall like lightning and have offensive change. Because we always say about whoever controls the pace of the match. Generally, they're going to win the match. And how do you control the pace? Usually, it's the person who has the most offensive chains. Okay, if someone's just on the back foot the whole time, then generally they're going to lose. Okay, you can pull one out. I've pulled some out before when I was on the back foot the whole time, pretty much from leg locks. But generally speaking, if you're the one that's actually dictating the pace, you're going to win. So let's talk about front headlock. Last week we looked at kind of the holy trinity for post guard. We're going to revisit omoplata for sure, because I think that's a really interesting position that we should explore more as a group. But I actually want to give it like way more depth than this month. I don't want to get off on like omoplatas for the whole rest of the month. I want to like stay focused on the task of offensive chains. But we are going to revisit omoplata because there's a lot of really cool offensive chains. Honestly, we can get from there. But anyway, all right, we're going to start right here. Tonight, we're going to start with a game. I'm going to give you just a couple of simple rules, and then we're going to start with a game. So the front headlock is when I have what we'd say there's a chin strap. Okay, so I put my hand here under the chin, and I can cup the chin. Okay, so this allows me, especially when I connect my shoulder to the back of the neck here, this allows me to control him from, if he tries to push into me, I have a wall of my shoulder. Okay, he tries to pull away from me, he pulls me with him because of the chin strap. Okay, so he's really limited in his mobility. He's able to, really the only ways that he can move are side to side, right? So he can start circling. Yeah, that's where his mobility is. He doesn't really have mobility from forwards and backwards, okay? So what I want to call your attention to in the game we're going to play is going to help you start to learn how to control somebody in this position, because again, we can't submit anybody. There is no offensive chains to be gotten if we can't actually control the position first. So I want you to take your chin strap, put your shoulder on the back of the neck, okay? Common mistake is people are way too high up here, okay? And this, I have no real weight distribution on his head, okay? If I control the head, I control the man. But if I'm real high, his head can start to rise. If his head starts to rise, he can start sitting out, taking my back, all that good stuff. Not good, not good. All right, so I want you to keep your shoulder on the back of the neck, okay? If anything, when I start to tripod up a little bit, you always want to have one foot up, sometimes two, never zero, okay? You can be up like a tripod, or you can at least have your outside leg here. Okay, if I don't have this, when he goes to circle out the middle. Yeah. When he goes to circle, I'm going to be late to the party. Okay. But if I'm here and I have one leg up, he goes to circle, I'm not late. Okay. So I want you to focus on those control points of the neck. I want you to have at least your outside leg up. Okay. And then the last point I want to call your attention to is this elbow. This elbow is what's going to dictate what we choose to do with our offense. Okay, if the elbow is far away, like he's protect. So like, well, actually bring it back for a sec. If the elbow is open, right, the more that his elbow gets in line with his shoulder, this is what exposes the back. This whole space being open. If I control this elbow, I got my toe behind, and now I can start taking the back. Okay, if he's really protecting that, because he doesn't want me to get behind him, that leaves this space open here. For guillotines, I can start setting up all my high wrist, high elbows, all that good stuff. Okay, so this is already a dilemma. Okay, which is what if you want to chain offense, we need to think in terms of dilemmas, trilemmas. I always like to look at it as like, you're going to give me something, you choose what you want to give me. Okay, we're not going to take anything. We're not going to take what we want necessarily. We're going to take what they always give us. So the game, shoulder on the neck, chin strap, one foot up. And I want you to grab, I want you to play with this. You can play with under, or you can play with over. I like these little 2 middle fingers here as like a meat hook right there. And I tuck my elbow. My elbow is going to be low and driving back towards my lat. Because I personally want to keep this elbow open. I think, I would rather go behind him if I can. Okay, but if he really wants to, overcommit that back, doesn't want me to go behind him, that's what's going to open up this space. We're not going to attack anything right now. The game is simple. Attach to the chin, attach to the shoulder, put your foot up, control this elbow either over or under, I don't care. He wants to either stand up or stay on his knees, I don't care. I want him to circle out and get his head out. Okay, so show me what I mean. Now I want him to pop his head out. Okay, he wants to cut angles on you. I want you to keep your spines in alignment. So as he starts to circle out, I'm with it. Okay, and look. If he starts to build up, sit right here. Yeah, just start to build right here. The primary focus is above all things, keep his elbows on the mat. Okay, so as he starts to take his elbows off the mat, I'm going to use, go ahead. I'm going to use my grips, my attachment to drag him back down. Okay, still maintaining that shoulder contact, still maintaining everything's in play. Keep his elbows on the mat. And try to keep your spines in alignment. If this is too much information, that's the only 2 things I want you to try to do. Keep your spines lined up and try to keep his elbows on the mat. Okay? Any questions? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty solid. Every time there's a winner, I'm going to get switched to you. Appreciate it. It's a bro moment right there.
No one moves.
Great.
It's red, man. I'll get some water if you need it. Alright, so one thing I was seeing just then, is especially when they started building height, okay? Start kind of when you get up, get to your feet. Yeah. So when he gets to his feet, you gotta start like you're trying to get like so you know start to build up your hips. Go right towards your feet. Start building up and back, up and back. Yes. Okay. So right here, this is a good move for him. Okay. The further he gets up, the harder it is for me to get him back down. But look, one sure way to kind of struggle to get him back down here is if I'm just trying to pull it down like this. If anything, I'm gonna off balance myself. Or if he goes with this, he's got a body. I'm giving him a body like right now. Right? And I might lock something up there. So look, if you're really focused on, I don't want things that are like, I want to make sure I really control the man so the submissions are free. Okay, I don't want to have to rely on timing or luck, okay? So here, when he goes to build up and back, which is a good move for him, okay, because it's going to make him way more mobile to start circling, okay? Yeah, good move for him. When I pull, think about circling. I don't want to just pull straight. Think about opening a space for him to drop into. So look, as he builds up, I take that outside step and I'm whipping into this space. I'm pulling it back with my hips and I'm circling out with my hips. Go ahead. See that? Go ahead again. You gotta take that step and I pull my hips back and I circle out. And look, elbows are tight to the chest. If I'm flared like this, I've got no real purchase, no great connection. I want my whole self attached to him. Remember, connection is the root of all offense. Okay? This is not a good connection. This is a better connection because my lats are involved, my whole trunk is now attached to him. Alright, so think about that. We're going to play one more round. But when they start building up, I really wanted to focus on making a void to drop him into. It's the same as a snap down, right? If he stands up. I'm not going to, like, I can snap him down here. I can, and that's like that, and that works. But things get way easier when I start combining this with a circle, right? So I fake that leg, he steps back, and look, I make a space and I drop him into it. And I circle out of it, okay? Just think about that. The other thing to consider, all the way down, is, this is you were doing, if I'm this, if I'm super wide, I can put a lot of weight on the neck. But I'm kind of overcommitted here. Because if he does start to circle, go ahead. I'm way less mobile. That makes sense? So you might need to do that in a moment, like a heavy, small, super wide base. Everything's gonna come from putting all of the weight there. This is where all your weight wants to go. To really control. And I want to keep it there. No matter what he's doing, I'm trying to move with him, keep the weight there. But my weight's gonna quickly come off, right? Just like when I'm standing like this, really strong this way, I'm really weak that way. So as soon as he cuts an angle, I'm just gonna face plant. So you might sprawl in a moment, but then I'm coming back to something not so exaggerated, where I'm still mobile. And you can be on 2 feet, so that's fine. But all the weight is here in the shoulder, okay? So like even with no hands, he tries to move forward right now, very difficult. He can move side to side, and that's what these steps are for. Make sense? All right, let's play one more time. We're gonna play a 2-minute round, and then we'll move on. Are there any questions on that?
Man, I was about to do that if y'all didn't. I was like, warming up in here. Need some fresh air.
My man's work, guys. Keep that weight, keep that shoulder dipped in that head. Yeah. Be rotating. That shoulder dipped. Bring it back. Elbows on the back. Yep. Yes. Seconds, guys.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard doing. She's so focused on this.
Relax, guys. Take a breath. All right. Chad's favorite. I remember a good clip on this. All right. Set up our first wave of offense. All right. Everything so far is just about control. If you have no control, you have no go too early. You're not gonna have any submissions. Okay. To be able to have a high finishing rate, we want to be able to make sure we're always controlling people. The subs are free if we have controls. All right. So here, let's start with an initial offense where we either you can go straight to here, okay, or sometimes you wait for that reaction where they overcommit their elbow back because maybe you've tested to go behind. You've tested to go behind a few times. It's like, oh no, right? You even feinted. He gives you that strong reaction. That elbow goes back. He's like, I don't think I have the space. Well, guess what? Just opened up the entire neck. Okay. So here, anytime the space is open, Okay, I'm gonna take my hand, my chin strap. My first offense, this is probably the nastiest guillotine in all of jiu-jitsu, is the high wrist, high elbow. Okay, I'm going from a chin strap, and I'm gonna shift my head and dip my shoulder and shoot my hand all the way through so that my knuckles can see beyond his back. Okay, like anybody standing right here should be able to see my knuckles of my hand. If I'm down here at the shoulder, it's too shallow. I'm dipping all the way through. Okay, and I'm driving back towards the artery and back towards the back. So I'm not kind of like here. My hand is coming back towards the back, and I'm pinching in towards the artery. If you don't move your head, you won't be able to get the right angle here. You have to shift your head from this shoulder is on his neck to I just shoot to his other shoulder with my head. So now my head is on the shoulder here. Y'all see that? Now from here, this is the high wrist. This is what we call a high wrist, high elbow. So this is the high wrist. The wrist is high, okay, peeking out of the back. I'm going to grab that meat in my hand. I'm going to keep right here on the notch, okay? And I'm going to grab the meat in my hand with my remaining fingers. Okay, keep my elbow high and drive it up and back. I'm not dipping down. It's like 12 and 6, okay? My next play is as soon as I have this grip, I'm going to start to cut my ankle, and I'm going to step around, okay? Keep my elbow high, okay? And then from here, we're going to windshield wipe, throw the leg over. Okay, we're going to, it's a very, very tight strangle. We're just going to drill this one for a few reps. Here, I start to round that corner, I windshield wipe, and then as I commit to my hip, the leg shoots over. All the while, my arms are still looking to drive 12 and 6. Here, and the finish is I'm trying to curl my body up onto his neck as much as, like I want to be a ball as much as possible. If I start opening up like this, I'm just going to at most kind of make it uncomfortable for him. He's not going to get a finish, okay? I might cause a little bit of pain. I want to stay curled up, targeting, like if I put my chest on the back of his, where my shoulder was for the front headlock, that's what I'm targeting, even if you can't get it, okay? Here, not that deep. I windshield wipe. When I throw over, I'm gonna relax here for a second just so I can show you. So pretend I have that 12 and 6. The leg comes over, almost like I'm sitting on him in a moment. This foot continues to windshield wipe. I come to the hip, okay? Pretend I have this, right? I'm looking to curl my chest there as much as possible. And they're gonna tap, okay? As long as I'm driving 12 and 6. Okay, if at any time I go from here to here, I'm not gonna get a finish. That's the finish. So I'm always looking to drive up and back. No matter how I move my body, the pressure, the arteries are here. Okay, they're not on the back either. They're not on the back of the neck. They're right here on the front, the soft tissue. Find the soft spot of the neck. It's easy to find this one because your arm's just there. Your biceps aren't going to be there. But your forearm needs to be there and driving into it. If it starts to take pressure off, it's not going to be a very good finish. That makes sense? All right, I'll try it and then we'll clean it up, right? 1, 2, 3.
So I'll tell you partners, take Big John.
There's a good clip from last year where you like came back to life. You're like, okay, I'm here. I just grabbed a notch. You can hear him. We're working on this. Cross. I've seen other people do this. This is like my go-to, but it's like having a hard have a seat now and climb it. So you can back it on and stay attached to the train. I'm gonna try to find that hill. That hill is they can
Did he go out? Still out?
You alright, bro?
I'm pretty sure that's a sin. So like those when he's on this man, I should be able to right now. See his double, so that you got shift that over right there. Hold that part, grab
Guys, hey, universal signage, you didn't see the, I need you to stop doing what you're doing, is tap or say tap, the screen, snap video, whatever you gotta do, tap to the gate, tap to the plane, you can out in all kinds of pieces, shout it. Alright? Just a reminder, guys. Alright, so one more detail on this finish, okay, is, well, okay, I know I said I was going to go into details on finishing, but here we are. I can't help myself, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I'm going to give you one more thing and then we'll move on, alright? But so everything comes from this grip, okay? First off, I really want his elbows on the ground, alright? So if you start to push up behind, that's my priority, is getting his elbows on the ground, okay? Now, I threaten to go behind. He reaches back, that opens up the neck. I shut that, I keep that elbow there, I monitor that elbow there while I set up my high risk position. Once I get here, if you're disciplined about weight distribution going in the neck, front headlock 101, and you're disciplined about 12 to 6, your likelihood of finishing is going to go up.
A lot of people that are doing this, they're not maintaining pressure on his upper back and shoulders.
Yeah, so I can get the grip all day, but if I start to even, and a common place this will happen is as I go to take this little step out there, I'll kind of alleviate some pressure right there, and it's gone, okay? So 12 to 6, I'm pulling my own arm back, like I'm trying to get my own thumb to my shoulder, and I'm also pulling back with my top arm, okay? Here. One detail here, keep this pressure, step deep to the hip. Not way out here, but deep to the hip line. Deep as you can, okay? Next,
windshield wipe slightly, just to create that angle of my hip mobility, for my hip mobility to be able to like have a seat. Some of you may not be able, like may not have the mobility to do this. If you can't, that's okay. Okay, so step up. Okay, this, pretend I have the grip, right? This is just gonna make it that much tighter. Once I find his hip with my heel, I can back heel so that when I sit, I'm just like everything is compressing even more. If you can't get this, you can't have a seat on him, right? First off, work on your hip mobility because it'll make your guillotines even better. But if you can't get today, that's okay. Step 3. When I windshield wipe and I commit, this is another common mistake, is I start the windshield wipe and I start pulling down. All right, the weight just comes off of the neck. I'm gonna have a hard time compressing arteries. I start to lose my grip. So instead, make sure that the weight stays, my weight stays down on that neck, okay? And as I commit to my pocket, my head is still forward. I'm still a ball. I'm still on him. I'm not trying to pull him. I'm not trying to pull him, okay? I'm literally just letting myself fall naturally, and I'm finding his back as quickly as I possibly can. And I'm still trying to pull through him, pull my chest to the back of that neck. Does that make sense? That's going to still give you a good finish. I think the better finish is if you can train yourself to be able to just like basically have a seat on them. Because at that point, they're already, before you even hit the ground, you're already ready to tap usually. So,
I think Zach had a question about that foot placement on the back.
Yeah,
How deep?
Higher, does it make the choke like cinch in more, or keeping it right there like the ribs is a key spot?
I think that's a good question. I don't have an immediate answer. Here. If I'm here, so you're saying ribs, what do you mean by that? Like here?
Oh no, like throw it over the back, like to the other rib.
Here?
Yeah, like if you get it there,
So-
what if you can get it higher?
Like up here?
Yeah.
So I'm having a hard time getting my chest to him with that grip.
Okay.
Play with it, I don't know, man. The primary focus there's two primary functions of this foot coming on the back, or coming to the back, okay? Here, the major one is preventing him from making it to the opposite side of the choke, okay? So like if I have, like standard guillotine defense, no matter kind of, well, you can actually still finish this one, no matter what they do really, if you have all the ingredients correct. But generally speaking, with guillotines, if he jumps his hips away from the choke, I don't have a finish, okay? If anything, he can actually choke me now. Okay, so that's one primary, or that's the primary thing that's going on here with the foot. The other thing is it does give me something, like a floor to back heel off of. I would prefer to back heel off this angle, because that's where I want to compress the space that way, right? But if I'm here, I can still like get good, I can still kind of get my hips up off of him this way. I can still make this work. It's just not going to be as tight as if I had already had it on his hip when I set. Okay, but you can still get a good finish with it. But play with it. I've never done it way up here. I'm not going to say it's wrong, but I don't know.
I got you.
Any other questions? Okay, now let's drill the next kind of wave of offense. I want you to drill, and then we're going to play a game here. All of our offense from the front headlock is like what we do or what he's going to give us is dictated by where this elbow is. Okay, if you don't remember much from tonight, like there's a lot of information. Remember that the secondary elbow right here is going to dictate what we do, and that changes on a dime. And it's going to, just like with the feints of a single leg, so that we get the snap down and vice versa, they play off each other. That's why we call it a dilemma. Okay, so here, I got to get his elbows on the mat first. Okay, if the elbow is open, right? If it's the further he drifts towards his shoulder or above his shoulder, and this inside space opens, I can just take his back. Okay, if he gets really focused on grip fighting, try to get my hands off, and this elbow's opened up, then I can usually go behind, put a little knee wedge in there, and now I'm behind him. Now we can start to play from here, from certain internal attacks, crucifixes. I can keep going all the way around, take his back, whatever I want to do. Okay. I can also feint this, right? So I can test that go behind, okay? And then I can go straight into what we just ran. A third one I can do is as I start to go behind, one other reaction you might get is on the hips. He's like, no, you can't go behind. No problem, okay? we're gonna take the chin strap we have, grab the meat of our wrist. I'm gonna kind of, y'all seen this before. I'm gonna take this chin strap and I'm going to turn, I'm gonna start to, almost like I'm trying to check his pulse. Okay, kind of like gooseneck my hand a little bit. I'm not squeezing him, it's just really subtle. I say check his pulse, I think that's how I was able to remember it. So I'm at the chin strap, okay, he grabs my hip, gooseneck, lock your hands, take that deep step, okay? And then I'll have a finish right there with an arm in. Okay, you can hit your arm in guillotine. The arm in guillotine mechanics are here, here. If you can lock a close guard, always do that. Like, if you can get a close guard arm in guillotine, always take it. If you don't have a close guard, that's okay too. But the finishing mechanics are going to be much the same, where I'm trying to compress everything. So I'm back heeling, bringing my knees to my chest. I'm trying to get my chin up there on his traps. Trying to take my chest to his traps, okay? And I'm going to give a little bit of a rotation with this with my elbows. My elbows are going to dip towards my pocket, okay? If you get the close guard, I want angle. Look, I don't want to finish on my back like this. I'm not going to get the finish. I want to be on a hip, okay? Back heel, knees to chest, okay? Chin on the back of the neck, and cradle the baby. What I mean, so look at it. Without him in there, I've got my grip. If I don't have the close guard, that's fine. Back heel, knees to chest, chin up like I'm a ball, and I cradle the baby. If I've got my close guard, all the same things, except I'm back heeling here and bringing my knees to my chest. Just makes it tighter. But I'm on my hip. Notice that. I'm not here. I'm on a hip. I'm pulling everything. I'm sucking everything in, and then I'm cradling the baby. Make sense? Any questions on that? All right, so let's play. I want y'all to go, just play, like explore it. Okay, we're just drilling, and then we'll play a game around it with actual resistance. I want you to play with, go behind, read the elbow, decide what you want to do. If you're on the bottom, I want you to give them different looks of post on the hip. Because posting on the hip is not a bad defense, right? It doesn't mean we can't counter, but as I go around, if you post on the hip, you start building up. You start building height. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not a bad defense. It stops me from circling, gets me a little bit of a post, so that he can start to keep me at bay, manage distance. It's not wrong. There's just a counter for it. Okay, there's a counter for everything. So play with going behind. If you can threaten this and he comes back to try to fight your grips, okay? Yep. Then go behind. Play with both, okay? If he gives you the look on the hip, arm and guillotine, just play with these three options, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3.
As long as your testicles don't do that, you're okay. I don't know. If you find your testicles are vibrating, something's wrong.
No, I figured, but
You may need to take some medicine.
That whole thing, where like, okay, so you check the pressure. I don't know if he's coming over here and grabbing those or all of that stuff. I didn't think. Nathan did them like he went in and then he grabbed it. I think Nathan went in.
2 more minutes, guys. Stay focused. 2 more minutes.
But I'm grabbing, you need to grab it here. I don't see why you couldn't get on here and check it out. Like chin grab, check first, and then still grab, and then you still trying to get this up on top. Right, this isn't a deep, this isn't where you're trying, this isn't high. No, you're not, don't confuse it with the high. You're not shifting over and trying to go here. You're shifting out for you. I think it's chin strap, and then you check pulse, and then grab wrist, and maintain the hand strap here. Actually, I don't know if you can extend. I grab it across here, and I just I don't know if you're supposed to hang his hand. I was like, well, that's oh no, that's it. I know. That's just it. I think you're mixing it up. I don't know.
Whenever you're doing it,
Okay, the connection with your other arm. Are you just clenching that free arm, or are you coming over and trying to connect with the pulse and then connect here? Right. Okay, so you are connecting that. Okay, it's reinforcement. Okay. So you're connecting, you're trying to connect on the rails, he's here and here. Now the thing is, you're describing the anaconda, which you want.
I got one more rep, one more rep. One more rep, make it count. Time, guys, time. Hey, let's get big before we roll. Big guys. Hey guys, come on, look. Real quick, let's quick pick one of my three faces. All you girls, you know you can't, you guys see tonight. Somebody's got to go on the ground with that.
Did you get flat in that?
We better hurry up.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Let's take a picture, bro. Thanks, guys. If you're rolling, feel free to not roll, please, watch your space.
Me too.
I do, guys. I encourage you to watch the ground.
Tucker, leave that thing alone. You're gonna strain your back again.
Guys, make sure you introduce yourself to Jamie and Will. We're getting already.
Yeah, I would start from the ground just to avoid your back problem right now.
It's your first month. No, that's the first time I've
That was one. There it is here, down here, man. I would be very That must be really
Technique, not strength. Get in position. Stay tight. Got to reestablish your connection. Yeah, what was that? It was like a body lock triangle. Weird. Hey, bud, are you fire or EMS or?
I'm not game.
Oh, you're game warden. You know Jim Brown? He hasn't been a game warden in a while.
Where was his game board at?
He built Turcotte a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he built it and ran it for a long time, and he left there and went to Pearl PD.
I just got on like about 4 years ago. That's what I figured I need to.
Okay. Where are you at?
So.
Oh, okay. Well, I put in for Rankin County a long time ago, and they wanted me to go up north, and I'm like, I can't move. So.
We had such bad recruiting issues that they pretty much let people go where they want to go now.
Really? Dang.
But we just, it's been a struggle just to get somewhere in this area.
See, man. Really? For Rankin?
Nice to meet you. Come back. Yes, sir. Great to meet you. Yeah.
Surprising.
We do it, I mean, we do a lot of public events and
Yeah.
but yeah, and most of the places alligators.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
alligator complaints.
Yeah, we're pretty good friends with Keelan Deal, who's the animal control guy at Florida PD, and it's constant
Oh,
alligator.
yeah. He used to be a game warden.
Oh, was it?
I believe so,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
The guy from Flowwood, because he was the one who showed up with that alligator. It was like 2 years ago at Flowwood, the YMCA. The ballparks had like a,
Oh,
it was like a
yeah.
10-foot alligator.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Years ago, they had a 12-footer that was further down Flowwood Drive, about a quarter mile from my house, and it come up Hall Creek and come up in that ditch along that section of Flowwood Drive where you turn and stop and you go, you know.
Oh, yeah, by where the
Yeah.
Air Guard base is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you come up there, past Hall Creek, going up, and you finally tee into where if you turn right, it's weird. It's like Flowwood Drive keeps going this way, but you got to make a right hand turn.
Yeah.
But anyway, down in that ditch back in there was a big one. He was 10, 12 foot.
We caught one out of Eastover neighborhood,
Oh, really?
and it was, it's been about 3 years ago, but it was 12 foot, 2 inches, weighed 635 pounds. We had to have a side-by-side to drag it out. We killed it. It was just too big to transport. It still took like 6 people to load it up in the back of the truck.
We had one on treetops. We were driving across there, going somewhere, and we see one about that long trying to get across the road. I had to run out there.
Oh, treetop.
Run him across.
Yeah, I mean, I get so many. I pulled a ton of them out of Mirror Lake over there.
Oh, yeah.
That
all used to be connected to the swamp that goes back along Flowwood Drive, further back towards the steel plant.
I try to explain that to people. That new court, they have one over there. A deputy called me about last year. Or not deputy, Flowwood PD officer they used to work with,
Yeah.
and it was right there by New Court, but he was in the ditch in the culvert, and they had to push him out with a pole.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
All that used to be connected. Mirror Lake used to be nothing but a swamp until they put Mirror Lake there.
if you look on the map, you can see it spotted all
Yeah.
over with all. And
All that was chained together, and that swamp runs all the way back behind that old dentist office that was back at the south end of Ridgewood Road. If you go to
Yeah.
Ridgewood Road south and it just dead ends, back behind that business park, that whole thing's a swamp right there. His office used to overlook it.
That was where we pulled. So I'll show you that this is the alligator we pulled out of that neighborhood because that neighborhood right there in Eastover backs up to the Pearl River, and so this is after we shot it. That was 12 foot, 2 inches, and like 635.
Yeah.
But I mean, at all these, I caught that's at Mirror Lake right there. He was
Yeah.
about 8 foot. Yeah.
That first year they had alligator hunting in the reservoir. We got a tag and caught we wound up being in the paper mentioned in there because we were the ones that wound up. They had runt gators, and we had not caught our runt, but we hooked one that was about 9 feet off the dock, waiting to go back out. And we're like, well, we can't keep it because we haven't got a runt gator yet. And then we went out and we never did get our runt gator, but we caught one because now they're just like, go, get them.
Oh yeah.
There's too
Well,
many.
I mean, Pelahatchie Bay that season, I mean, it's just anything over 6.
Yeah.
And you get to, because you draw it in groups, so you do it in sets of 4 per boat. But to be honest, we hadn't had a whole lot of success with people harvesting during that Pelahatchie Bay season. Because, I mean, it's a very small season, and half the hunters have never hunted before.
I didn't know they had a special one for Pelahatchie Bay.
We do it to pull, because that's the issue is I get so many calls around the reservoir because people see alligators, and I tell them, I'm like, it's where they live. Yeah, unfortunately, you live in a spot where...
I mean, south of the spillway, it's the same thing. If you kayak from the spillway to Lakeland, we run over the top of them with the kayaks back in there.
Yep. And that's what I try to explain to people. They don't really know, but... So, because of that, we opened up a whole season to basically take all the breeding age alligators as much, because at one point it was producing 500 alligators a year just in Pelahatchie Bay. So we go in there, like I'll go in there with the coordinator. We'll put up cameras on a bunch of alligator nests up in there, and we'll watch them hatch and stuff. And it's pretty neat, but that's all they're trying to do is just to limit how many I'm dealing with in the reservoir.
Did you go to state?
I was Ole Miss.
Okay, I thought maybe you had a wildlife.
My degree is in human resources.
Really?
Yeah, I sat behind a cubicle for about a year, and I was like, this ain't for me.
My degree is in wildlife science, and I went to state, and then I got out and went into computer work. Did that for like 16 years. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I put in Madison PD, and they were looking at the pay cut I was going to take. They didn't want to hire me. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I know I'm not going to make near what I'm making. That's not why I'm not making this change for money. I'm not that stupid. And so that didn't work out. And then I went into hide. I was a shoe-in for that game board spot. And I was one of the final interviews. I said, I got to be up front with y'all. I can't move it. If it's not ranking, I can't do it. And back then.
Oh yeah, back then it wasn't like that.
Oh, okay, well, thank you for letting us know. But
We
I was
appreciate
like,
you.
I was confident I had the job. My only ding was I wasn't already sworn law enforcement, but I had interview went extremely well, and I had it, and I had a lot of recommendation letters and stuff from the right people, and it just they wanted me to move up North Mississippi.
I tell you this, I applied 8 times, and I interviewed 3 times, and PT 3 times. So it took me like 5 years. All the time to finally eventually get the job.
I was in shape when I did. I smoked the PT assessment thing. I think there was like some young guys or track runners that ran faster, but I smoked it. But it just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, but I tell you though, I've loved it ever since. I mean, you get out, and the cool thing about game and fish is I make my own schedule, which is different than every other one because basically dictate when I go to work. As long as I get 140 hours a month, that's all they care about. So, typically, I'm ready for hunt season to be over because it's a lot of working headlighting and working through the night. But outside of that,
You on call?
Yeah, I'm on call. And so right now it would be headlight calls, but the middle of summer it's going to be there's an alligator up under my car and. Yeah. We had someone actually call me. I was like, no, I'm not coming out. Someone got a raccoon in their house the other day. You called critter getters. I was like, I'm not coming out. But I was actually. They call me at all points of the night, and they'll call me at like 9 o'clock at night. Someone called me my first year on. They were like, hey, we got a headlight call. They're headlighting, but they're headlighting with a blue light out in the woods. And I was like, it's weird. So I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, went out there. It was a Christmas light they were looking at through the window. So I made sure to call them back 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, hey, I went out there. It's Christmas lights. Make sure to wake them up so they knew. You want to wake me up at 1 o'clock in the morning?
They deserved it.
But it's great to meet you.
What's your name?
Jamie Barnett.
Jamie Barnett. David Smith.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Have a good one.
All right, come back. Don't give it a chance.
I will.
All right.
I enjoyed it.
I'm transferring stuff. Are you ready to go? Man, your boy's getting big. Man, he's talking to Blue Streak over there. Preacher's he was his girl was like, be quiet. I was like, that's hilarious. But he's super sweet kid, man.
I gotta buy some to teach myself. They do.
What are you doing, Hope?
What do you
Welding? Really? My dad taught me to weld a long time ago. When I met your daddy, I was welding a coffee table for my back porch that I've got back there. I can make a lot of money. You get you get really good at it. And I know somebody who does underwater welding. This girl, she makes some bang. This is dangerous. Oh yeah.
I got
Good to see you,
appreciate
brother.
you. Likewise.
All right, man. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I told Tuck, I was like, you can do whatever you want, but you need something else that's not related to a computer. And I said, welding is like, I mean, they can, there's a whole lot of automation that AI can do with welding too, but at some point, somebody's got to do
That's
some
why I want to
stuff.
get into the trade more than anything. Is this
Yeah. What grade are you in? 10.
We're trying to just
But you know that you can go to school for welding. Like, I'm like farm welding, self-taught, and my dad taught me kind of like functional farm weld with stuff like, but when I was talking to Tucker about it, I'm like, dude, go get you like a 1-year, 2-year degree at a junior college and learn like, really learn like how to TIG weld, how to braze, and do all of it and really get good at it.
I was either gonna do a class of robotic stuff, teach myself, and then go take the test, or then you can be certified.
You used to could get like a little stick Cracker Jack Lincoln welder for like 150, 300 bucks, somewhere in that range. Used to be cheaper than that, but I've got a MIG welder too, but it's not working that great. I usually stick weld everything. Kind of archaic compared to what most people do now, but I always wanted to do TIG welding. But I don't have a TIG welder, and it's crazy, man. They got plasma cutters now, and I've always used a oxacetylene torch, and now they have plasma welders. They've got those, those tables, cutting tables and stuff like that. Oh, it's crazy. Get a good dangle. You had it, Tuck. I'll tell you this. Never, ever look at that well with a naked eyes. I did it when I was a kid. My dad always told me never to, and he was welding. And I watched him for a minute, and really, I'd done it a few times, and I'm like, man, it's no big deal. I was a kid, I woke up in the middle of the night screaming. My eyes felt like they were on fire. It had never happened. And then all of a sudden I did it that one time, and I watched it for a few minutes, and my eyes was like they were burning. And they washed them out and gave me some eye drops and tried to calm me down. And but I mean, it was so painful. But yeah, just always use a face shield, dude. And if you're grinding, that's another thing. I was grinding, and I actually had glasses on, but it came up under my glasses. I was grinding on some metal, and some pieces came up under there, and little tiny flecks of metal stuck to my eyeball, and they had to go in there and take a needle and flip them off to get them off my eyeball. They were kind of stuck in there. But yeah, safety equipment. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to blacksmith facility. That's just fun.
I got a hook up for you there too. My buddy of mine is one of the guys who won Forge from Fire. He's up in Clinton, and Derek Melton, and I can send you the information on him, but he and I both got started doing that at Mississippi Forge Council at the Ag Museum.
That's where I was actually looking class.
Yes, go there, and they meet, I think, twice a month on a Saturday or something like that. But look up Mississippi Forge Council. Usually they'll let you come in and do like a free class, so they'll like let you work through and make something. And when I did it, it was a fire poker, but we used a whole bunch of different stuff. We made shepherd's hook and twisted it, and then forged the end, and we actually welded our end because our hook was like split like this, like that, and then I had to forge weld that section there, and it left it like that. But that's actually welded through forging, which is different than just moving the metal. But anyway, it's cool. I've got a coal forge, but most people use gas. But yeah, get into as much of that stuff as you can, dude. It's fun. You done? Oak's gonna get into welding. You what?
Yeah, you're leaving up, man.
Sort of.
Get jumped up to at least 5 inches on the last season.
I'm like, not.
Feet's got big too.
Yeah. I'm like 5 foot.
You're gonna grow into those, man. You're gonna be like 6'5".
10 and a half. 5 4.
He's gonna wake up one morning and he's 6'2". He's like, I finally did it.
I also sent you airdrop a couple of slow motion videos that were really cool.
He's gonna wake up like,
They could be
Father,
something
I'm a man now.
FaceTime you like, guess what? I'm a big kid now.
Doug, here's your phone.
Feels good.
Feels great.
See,
It does feel pretty good. But it would feel better if I was not in these wet clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
JC, I sent you some pictures, but I airdropped 2 videos and they're slow motion. And it's like, it's pretty cool. Like, you put some background music. Those are airdrops, right? They would be decent. Anyway. Yeah, he's back's okay, I guess.
Yeah, feels fine.
Yeah. He was in there last week, but he,
It felt weird.
it was just muscle last week. Yeah. Alright. Was it?
What was
I
it?
hated he missed it. Oh, really? Wait, what? Oh.
I don't know where mom got this.
I'll send it to you. I got a shirt with some of that on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah.
See ya.
Guillotine jump and you're not gonna make it.
They don't work very well when you're hard. Said they don't work very well.
I see y'all.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I tried to learn more, but I don't know. Yeah, I try to keep that space lower. Yeah. It's either that or yeah, I've never been out on horse. He did go out. He was out there. Kids. This is when it was, I had like other guys that were sitting there all this sort of like, I looked over there and he was just like, he was like, and I was like, dang, I hope they look okay. He was with what's his name? He's like, yeah, he's telling him, yes, you gotta do this, he's sleep. He's out. The boss are like, what is it, see his style. I thought that was pretty funny.
The weirdest daily whenever you go out.
There's some guy that makes some college and all that like intentionally wanted to be put out. So I made some college. Oh yeah. I saw that. I saw the video. We have watched it. I got money. It was weird though because it was like he didn't go out. It was like he was right there at that like weird stage, and I was like freaked out because he was like I seen his eyes go real red, and he was like, yes, and I'm like, he's choking physically. Hey, can I get that room real quick? Yeah, dude. You know, like Lego. That Lego. Legos? Lego pieces, yes. They came out with Pokemon Lego sets. They want Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise, like a trio, for one big set. Guess how much it is? $650.
You got another
What
room?
the hell?
Where's that at?
Legos is special. They're really expensive in it. And then you add
Cause I can push a room.
onto it and IP.
I think it may be in here.
I've got that stuff.
It's 6,800 and something pieces. And people are like, oh, that's an unfair price. And it's like, man, it's $10 every 100 pieces. That's what normally they're like.
I don't even know like that. You really want to room. I don't even know the prices.
Like a normal, like decent size Lego, like one that you can put up and see in your house.
Oh, you attach that to
like
it?
100 to 150. Well, it depends. Like I got a cat. It's like this big, and it's a black. It's like a tuxedo cat. It was 100 each. And it's like this big. And then I got Simba from Lion King. I have the Millennium Falcon. You know Star Wars. You know K2SO from Rogue One. Okay. You know C-3PO and R2-D2. Okay. You know TIE Fighters. A TIE Fighter. It's like the. I'm trying to think of other stuff that I got. The Batmobile.
Yeah, I hate having big
I've never seen one that high before. So I was like 650. Whoa.
Are you a Pokemon fan or just a Pokemon fan?
Both. Yeah, I got a crazy Pokemon collection at the moment.
Come on. I'm really just a Nintendo fan in general.
Yeah, actually I just built the Game Boy on Nintendo.
There we go. I can tell you're a Pokemon fan just fine.
Yeah. You ever beat Zelda?
Breath of the Wild or
Like 11 Zelda.
on the original?
I have. Big flex. Big flex. Where'd I put my wife?
Huh?
Is that my wife?
Yeah. The one with the broken lid.
Yeah. I like to say the neck got touched. Whenever somebody touches the neck, like.
I'm still kind of out of breath from the rolls. I need to work up my heart rate. Get that not terribly horrible.
Yeah, when the adrenaline like comes down.
Because only today it was worse though, because like 3 weeks ago I did a lot of rolls that I hadn't done that many rolls ever, and I felt fine. So I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
Did Stranger Things? Stranger Things?
I've watched those things, not the full thing, not the full series.
It was dumb.
It was a horrible ending.
And not even that, like the whole like thing they fought.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Right? Took them 5 minutes to do, and it was stupid.
Yeah.
5-minute fight.
Yeah, like hold on. Previous season it took y'all like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
For something that was way smaller.
Yes. Yeah, it took them.
Yeah, it wasn't worth. Like with a $400 million budget, they did so much better.
So much better. And then it's just like, like like you said, like the ending was just horrible.
It was rough. Yeah, they messed up a lot of it.
Then you got all the conspiracy theories out there. I'm like, God.
Everyone was like, another episode's coming.
What is the rest?
Damn TV show.
They keep like changing the dates. They're like on January 15th now. There's gonna be a new episode.
All right. I believe that's mine.
Yeah, not so here.
Okay, that's just mine.
Alright, Jesse.
See you again this week or you're busy? You too busy this week or you're good for back in?
Yeah, Thursday is not. But this weekend, I gotta go out of town for a day travel. I called the city, coming back. Yeah. Alright. That's all I'm doing, man. Hey, you're out of town Saturday night? Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm about to pay like 7, depending on how the day goes.
We're going to be involving watching the fight.
Yeah.
Get the fight.
Next weekend.
Oh, it's not this weekend? Oh, okay, thank you. I thought it was this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for that for sure. Yeah, I was gonna be there too. Awesome, dude. Alright, I'll see y'all.
I'm out there.
Alright, see ya.
I'll be here like Thursday for sure. Not tomorrow.